Behold, a British person. So yeah, hello people of the world. This is Gadunka. We're reviewing Gadunka today. Gadunka is fantastic because Gadunka is Gadunka. So where are we gonna start? Oh yeah, so Gadunka is a 2007 set from Bionicle because my reviews of these are going backwards, I guess. And the reason he looks so weird and funky is because in the lore, underwater, he was a little plankton that touched the Mask of Life and got turned into a giant. So, like, here he is compared to the average-sized Anika character. He is quite large. So first off, start with his most prominent feature, his toes, not getting his teeth, obviously. He uses these flexible Elic spines for his teeth. The arc of the bottom ones is slightly bigger than the arc of the top ones, so it gives him an underbite. Also, his neck is very flexible. So yeah, his neck seems like way too small for the absolute size of his body. This blue panel on his head, his faceplate, I guess you could call it, glows in the dark. I'll show that at the end of the video. If you open his mouth, which can open full, like, past 180 degrees. Actually, no, it stops kind of at 180. Never mind. About 180 degrees. He also has a Procafoot he uses as a tongue, which makes his tongue seem spiky and toothed, like he has an extra layer of teeth. Which is pretty cool. Like, his head overall just reminds me of just deep-sea creatures like anglerfish or viperfish, or what was that one? It's not called dragonfish. I forget the name of it. I don't remember. Oh, there's also a shark like that. I also forget the name of that one. Anyways, not the goblin shark. No, the goblin shark is the one that removes its jaw from its head. I forget what the shark I'm thinking of is. Anyways, claws. In my review of the Rocco, I said these silver Calma armor were new to 2008. They actually weren't 2007. They were on 3 sets, I think. Gadunka, Hydraxon, and I think they were on Toa Lesovic. I might be wrong about that last one. But yeah, so that comment I made in the in the Rocco review was wrong. Anyways, his arms are pretty much standard arms to get to the hands, where he has big crab claws. These top 2 claws are ball joints. The bottom one is static. Same with this hand, except he also has a gun. Crab with a gun. That's a joke some of my friends will get. His legs, quite thick. Yeah, he has a bunch of open axles, though. But I just see those... His dick fell off. I just see those as being, like, spikes or lumps on the critter. I don't know why I refer to him as a critter, because his head is kind of lumpy, like the spikes could be, and also some earlier Bionicle sets used open pins to represent spikes. But, so, I think that's just, they didn't feel like putting extra pieces to cover up those open axles, but I don't really mind. Like I said, I see them as spikes. But yeah, he has these massive upper legs with a second joint to add friction. This opens and closes, or not opens, like pistons, yeah. And he has large Paraka feet. His feet are asymmetrical because they have this black Technic piece in here, but they put it facing, the instructions say to have it so the axle side is always facing this way on both feet, and so the pin side is facing the other way on both feet, which makes his feet asymmetrical, which is kind of annoying. And the torso, I don't know why I did the torso last, but the torso uses 4 torso pieces. He has a Metru Touring torso at the front, and 3 Anika torsos. That's how everything is all connected together. Yeah, so next we'll go over the Squid Launcher, the absolute amazing weapon that this is. It shoots squids. I know, crazy. Splatoon before Splatoon. So this squid is slightly broken, but I don't really care because he is a pain in the ass. Yeah, this is the best you can load the squid up. Oops. They're supposed to be, like, horizontal, but you just can't get them that way. I don't know how you're supposed to. But this is the closest I can get. Pull back. That went backwards. That, like, launch toward. Okay, we'll use the other squid. He stores the 2 squids on his back. Like I pulled the piece off with it. Okay, so, anyways, put the squid in the squid launcher. Go to shoot it. Best gun ever. Definitely not absolute garbage. Let's try a second time. They just went down and then bounced off the table. Both the squids are on the floor now. I can't even see one of them, so we'll just act like they don't exist, because they shouldn't exist. Yay. But yeah, that's Gadunka. I'll slide him over here to get him away from the light, so then I can close the windows and show you the glow in the dark of his head. This will take a second because I have to close both the windows. The glowiness doesn't pick up too well on camera, but you can kind of see how the faceplate is like blue through right here, because that's glow in the dark. It looks a lot better in real life, it just really doesn't pick up on camera. In my opinion, instead of giving him the silver cowl armor on his upper arms, they should have given him Takidox armor, because that's roughly the same size of piece. I believe it's just thinner and has a similar texture and it glows in the dark, the same like color pattern as this, and that would give him more glowy continuity rather than it being just his head. But also it's kind of weird picturing this not being silver. I don't know why picturing that is weird to me, but it kind of is, maybe just because I'm used to it being silver. But yeah, that's Gadunka. If you don't like and subscribe to my channel right now, you'll become a British person just like Gadunka. And that's a fate you don't want to have. So, yeah. Also, in the time-lapse that comes up after this, you'll notice there's a pause. Or it might show up on it, I don't know, because of how fast it goes. But you might see a pause, because after opening it, I realized the seller who I bought it from Bricklink left out 20 of these black pin pieces, which are used all throughout him. So that's kind of annoying. So I had to like pause and go get the bin of Technic pieces I have and like find pins. I mean, other than that, Gadunka, the British person, has been reviewed. And yeah, Auf Wiedersehen.